Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Folks, you know what just happened. We just had a new update, and that means it's time to break it all down. As you may have been aware already, there were some changes to the all-out war. My understanding is that this is kind of just letting us know, like as another reminder, hey, there were these changes. I already went through some of them before, so I'm not going to review them again. But just to really quickly show everyone, the all-out war is going to be starting extremely soon. And I will note for people that you can go check out the available commanders, and they are identical to the skills that you get in Siege of Winterfell. So if you already know which are your good setups for Siege of Winterfell, it'll probably be the same in all-out war. But that's enough about all-out war. Again, you can read the rules yourself if you haven't already. I've already done a few videos discussing them, so I'm not going to get into it again here. But there's a lot of other stuff we've got in this update. As you can see, there were some improvements. The Knighthood gift event is being changed again. Basically, this is the event that has to do with when you bring a new person into the game. You kind of get some rewards for getting your friend to join up and using your code. I'll show you where that is in a second. There's some new goods in the weapon shop that we'll talk about. There's also basically an increase to the marching speeds for rebel camps, brave companions, and dragon slayers. Honestly, so glad they're doing this. Like, it's just, it always took so long for absolutely no reason, and it's just a nice little change to make it a little bit faster, just less painful for some of the day-to-day random things in the game. They've also moved back the search, army, and guide collection buttons, and then you get a display of messages when receiving alliance help. Specifically, the alliance helps, it'll tell you who actually sent you the help. It'll give you a little notice that'll say your alliance member name, and then that they helped you. It's just kind of a nice little note so you can see who actually did it. Especially if you're ever spamming helps, you kind of know, oh, so-and-so actually did the help. So to be clear, no longer are the buttons over here. They are back to their old home down here on the left. I gotta say, I actually was one of the few people that liked them over here, but I think this is where people are more familiar with them, where it's people are used to that, so I understand why they made this change. The event about the change to the knighthood gift, I think that, if you're familiar with this, basically it's just the event that you get again if you recruit a friend, you have a link and all the rest. You get different rewards for having them come, and long-term rewards. Nothing too crazy here. They've just slightly rearranged some of the rewards that you get and just redone this page. Okay, as I said, there are some pretty interesting changes in the weapon shop. So what specifically we have is this new 200 weapon reforge ore and 1000 weapon reforge ore. Both of these come when you get either 100 of the epic or rare essence. So you can see down here I have 0 the epic weapon tokens or the rare weapon tokens. The common weapon token is what you get from just selling any of your traditional weapons. The way that you get the rare weapon tokens or the epic weapon tokens is if you sell an ancient weapon. So to be clear, if I go all the way down here, so these ancient weapons, these are the ones that you can sell in order to get those, rare and epic weapons. And again, you just would trade them in. It's just for the extras. But the point here, you get the rare ones when you sell like a Soren or a Chris or a Sheila, like any of those, the Arslan's weapon, like any of the kind of 40 reforge cost ones. So when I'm talking about the 40 reforge one, like if I go to my commander list, here, let's go actually to the weapon list, and I look at Chris's weapon, right? If I were to go to Reforge it and I wanted to lock something in, it would cost me 40 Reforge ores, 40 locking ores, I apologize, or 40 Reforge ores to reshuffle it. But if I look at, say, Jamie's weapon, then it costs 100 to Reforge it, and it costs 100 to lock it in, or 200, I apologize, to lock it in. So that's kind of the difference that we're looking at here is like the higher tier ones. Those are the ones that if I sold it, I would be getting the epic weapon tokens. The lower tier ones, just the 40 reforge ore or 40 locking tokens, those are the ones that give the rare weapon tokens. But let's be clear, you can't just sell these. If I wanted to sell this Chris, as you can see, it says this weapon requires one additional 4-star type of it. So you need to have maxed out completely one of these weapons, and then you can start reforging them, because at that point, having more of them doesn't matter, doesn't do anything for you. But it is a pretty good, consolation to get them. My understanding is that, once you've gotten 100 worth of this, so probably selling 2 of them would be my guess. But I don't know exactly how much you get from selling them. Then you can purchase these kind of nice gifts where you get 1,000 reforge ores or just the 200. But definitely a nice thing to do once you've actually gotten these weapons completely maxed out. Again, I'm pretty far away from that. I think the one that I'm closest to is probably either Oath or Snow Wolf. I both have them at 1 star, and I've got another Oath on the way. But we'll see. It's probably going to take me a little while to get there, but I guess it's something to look forward to in the long run, to be able to get some of these new bonus prizes here in the weapon shop. But that's the main change I saw to this update. Like I said, the other changes are mostly kind of quality of life things, nothing too crazy or that impactful, but really excited for All Out War. Cannot be more excited about that event. It's a really fun one. Excited to see how these new rules work and how exactly it all looks, but it's one of my favorite events, so I can't wait. Hope you guys liked this one, though. Hope you learned a thing or two, and until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr, and I'll see you then.